Hi everyone, my name is Nikolai and today I will show you how to use grblHAL without PC. Let's have a closer look. One from my lathe and another one from my milling machine. So basically front panel, it's a 3.5 inches display with capacitive touchscreen, couple buttons and a hand wheel. On left side we have two more buttons and a port for programming kit. It's from development version only. On left side another two buttons and SD card slot. Bottom one, I don't have buttons here, but there should be two buttons. One reset and another one boot to program it via USB. Top side cable, USB for programming and one more button. Now let's move on and check functionality. This one is main screen for jogging, or basically MPG, manual pulse generator. And as you can see, for now status is unknown. It's because we not requested control. To request control, we can hit this small button MPG or press top button. Now status is idle, MPG is green, which means we have control over machine. And you can see the blinking yellow. It's UART RX line from the controller. Red one is TX line, but it's inverted and you can't see blink because it's just too bright. And now if we crank hand wheel, it moves machine. Here we can select step, and we also can zero any axis which we want. Run and stop, it's just buttons that send commands to stop program or start program, but it should be supported on the sender side. Next screen is overrides and a small zero. Basically we can override feed and speed and also coolant flood and coolant mist. We can hit stop and it's all those two disabled because stop command sent to grblHAL controller, and those buttons to quickly return to 100%. Next screen is power feed. Yellow mean this axis will move. There are a lot of windows. Basically, this window is new position. Top one current position and bottom one difference between current position and new position. And yellow means this axis will move. We can use this to change axis. We can set speed and then we can hit go and it moves. And then it's red again because now if we hit go, no axis will moving. We can do like that, hit go and then hit stop, and it stopped before it's reached desired position. Next one is really interesting. I called it virtual rotary table, and it basically implements a rotary table that allow to make circular holes, center position, radius, and Z. It's for move Z axis, because when you try to make a hole, it's probably good idea to have control of the axis. And arc length, it's where we're moving, so you can clearly see it moves in circles. We can also change radius directly from here. Oops. It doesn't like change radius closer to 0, and we can make a circular motion with a new radius. Next screen allows to open file from SD card. and basically run a program. And at any point we can hold and we can run it again. And we also can stop. Maybe not a good idea to stream program of a pendant because those SD card slot rated for 5000 cycles, insertion cycles. It sounds like a lot, but it's probably not. At least in my old 3D printer, SD card slot is died. Next screen, it's a probe position. We can probe base, and for example, we use some end mill to make face operation. We can use measure base after then on this end mill, and then any other tool we can just measure offset, and it will set offset automatically for each tool. And the last screen is just the settings. Units doesn't work yet. I have to figure out how best way how to do it. Display inversion, invert display. It's because I tried two different displays, one TFT, this one, and another one IPS, and IPS looks worse in my opinion. It's probably some Chinese IPS, not a good one. But IPS by some reason need display to be inverted in order to show right colors. And MPG request is basically can be three different options. Dedicated pin if your controller have that, a software command if it doesn't support dedicated pin or no pin available, or full control. It's only in case if this pendant is the only one sender in a system and it connected directly to mine UART. I used it for development at early stage when I used nuclear board for testing. And that's basically it for all functions that this pendant support at the moment. Now let's look what's inside, shall we? So I have two different boards there, one with pulse generator and one without. On the front face we have two buttons, left and right, display itself, and some LEDs on top edge. There are also Kapton tape, which should prevent any shortage that may happen when bezel of hand wheel press against those pins. And all electronics placed on back side. The main board is black peel. It's soldered directly to keep low profile. A RAM to storage settings. There are also option to storage settings with backup domain and ST micro, but we need battery for that, or it can be stored on SD card, obviously. Connections for hand wheel, power and AB clock, connection for UART and 5 volts in, 4 buttons, SD card, connector for ST-Link, which basically uses such Chinese clones. But what's good about it, those ribbon cable can be connected directly right into this connector for programming and debugging. But as I said, if you don't need it, you can use USB to program it. There are two USB and basically those in parallel, so only one of those should be used. But since this one covered by case, so it's inside, it's unacceptable. So this one may be used, and a buzzer in case we need to make some notifications or something like that. And yeah, this one for Bluetooth module, which grblHAL doesn't support this particular module, but this is the only one that can fit into such small space. So I added just in case if I or someone else would like to try it. And basically that's it. So I plan to sell those, but it's an open source project, so check links down below on GitHub page for source code and schematic. Basically there are 3 essential components that you need. It's a display module, hand wheel and black peel, all available from Chinese stores. And you obviously need to make your own case and connect it together, but I did it as first prototype, and everyone else I believe can do too. That's it for today. Thanks for watching and see you next time. Bye. Who doesn't like Easter eggs?